Hello Seahawks, and welcome back to another edition of Seahawk Central News, your source for the latest news affecting the UNCW community. I'm Kara Trotter.
And I'm Sarah Lively. Safe surfing to those internet users checking us out on YouTube right now.
That's right, Sarah. Seahawk Central News is now viral with our own YouTube page. Check us out at youtube.com/Teal TV 2010.
Seahawk Central News starts right now.
After 7 years, Rosemary DiPaolo will be stepping down from her position as UNCW Chancellor. According to media relations for UNC Wilmington, the announcement was made during a press conference with the Board of Trustees on October 21st. During her statement, DiPaolo said, quote, "When a whole phase of a university's renewal is complete, when the institution has not only redefined itself but grown into that definition, then it's time for the chancellor who led that renewal to ask whether the time has come for new leadership, for a new vision, to take the university to its next level of potential," end quote. Chancellor DiPaolo came to UNC Wilmington in 2003 from Georgia College and State University. During her time at UNC Wilmington, DiPaolo's accomplishments included raising graduation rates to over 12 percentage points over the national average, a huge SAT average increase for incoming freshmen, the construction of over 24 buildings, and for the first time ever, UNC Wilmington is ranked in the top 5 public master's universities in the South, according to USA News and World Report. DiPaolo will step down from her position on June 30th, 2011, leaving UNCW President Erskine Bowles 8 months to find her replacement.
Brunswick Community College and UNC Wilmington will be offering more opportunities for long-distance students. According to uncw.edu, students in Leland and surrounding areas will be able to obtain a 4-year degree in a 2x2 partnership program. Students can complete their first 2 years with Brunswick Community College, then finish their degree as part of the UNCW Extension Program at the Leland Center. Currently, student enrollment in a similar 2x2 program at the Brunswick main campus have increased 47% since 2005. UNCW Chancellor Rosemary DiPaolo said the partnership is part of UNCW's mission to serve all areas of southeastern North Carolina. The program will kick off with a brand new bachelor program in early education starting this summer.
Sarah, you know what I'm excited for?
What's that, Kara?
Talk on the Walk, of course. Let's go outside with Caroline Walkup as she asks students about the topic of the week.
I'm here on Chancellor's Walk to get students' opinions on whether they prefer Mac or PC.
I own a Mac.
PC. A Mac.
I own a PC.
I own a MacBook Pro.
I own a PC. I chose a PC because my family have always had PCs before, so it's just sticking with what I know and what I'm familiar with.
I bought a Mac a couple years ago just because I was really into photo and video editing, and for what I heard, it was the best thing to go with. And at first I've been using PCs all my life, but I tried out Macs and I really like kind of how they work and how they operate, so that's why I chose them.
Because I don't know how to use Macs.
Think you'll ever switch to a PC or purchase one?
Not likely.
Not likely.
Too good quality with Mac.
I'm considering it. Like, some of my friends have got Macs, and I think I'd consider buying a MacBook in the future just because I like the way they look and they seem pretty good.
Do you ever think about switching back to a PC?
I did last semester when I took a computer science class because it was hard to do the programs and the work on it, but I don't think I'd go back.
Are there any specific programs you like about your laptop?
Yes, it's not specific to PC, it's just a program I like. It's, you know what a chibi is?
No,
okay,
don't.
it's like a little baby cartoon character, and they're very, very cute. I have a program that's a little chibi of this character called Doctor Who, and he has a little trench coat, and he basically climbs around on my computer screen and entertains me. And I learned yesterday that he can pick up other windows. If there's a smaller window that's up, he can pick it up and move it out of the way if he wants attention.
I mean, I use Final Cut Pro, really like that, and I really like using Photoshop on it too. And I think it just runs really nicely. It doesn't really freeze a lot.
I don't do a ton on the computer, so I'll just stick with what I'm familiar with.
It's evident that UNCW students are fans of both Macs and PCs. I'm Caroline Walkup reporting for Seahawk Central News, Teal TV.
Thanks, Caroline. 2 former UNCW women's basketball players were held at gunpoint early morning on October 7th. According to the Seahawk, David Alston assaulted and held Sasha Taylor and Alexandra Stewart at gunpoint after an argument started in their kitchen. Alston was staying with his girlfriend, Deborah Wolfson, who is a roommate of Taylor. The argument began when Alston bumped into Taylor on the way to the kitchen and escalated when Wolfson and Alston both struck Stewart. Alston proceeded to get his gun, cock it, and point it at the victims. When Wilmington Police Deputy R.O. Mills arrived, Stewart informed him that she would like to press charges, but according to the incident report, no charges were filed and the case was listed as, quote, closed and cleared, end quote. Stewart states, quote, I told him over and over that I wanted to press charges, end quote. When Mills was questioned as to why he did not charge Alston, he informed the Seahawk to contact Information Director J.J. Brewer. Brewer said the victims declined to press charges, which is opposite of what Stewart says. Alston and Wolfson were both charged October 8th and have set court dates.
The Entrepreneurship Center has a new event coming up on November 18th that you may be interested in. Our very own Rachel Nagel has the story.
Thanks, Kara. I'm Rachel and I'm here with Jonathan Rowe, Director of the Entrepreneurship Center, and we're here to talk about the Student Rocket Pitch event going on at Cameron Hall. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure, thanks Rachel. It's on November 18th and it's from 6 to 8 p.m. in Cameron Hall Auditorium, which is, I think, room 105 seats about 350, 400 people.
Now, what can you tell me as far as what will exactly be going on? What is the Rocket Pitch event?
Well, this is the first time we've done it, and I think it's going to be a really, really exciting event. And what it is there's 10 fellow UNCW students who are going to be giving 5-minute, what we call pitches or presentations on business ideas.
Okay.
And so everyone in the audience is going to hear these really rapid fire ideas for starting new businesses, and there's going to be a group of judges and voting on who they think the best presentation and idea is.
Now, aside from this panel of judges, the judging is also open to the students that attend the program, correct?
Correct, yes. So we'll have 6 judges, but all the students in the audience will get to, by text message, vote on who they think the best idea and best presentation was. And the neat thing about it, adding some excitement to it, is the first place or first prize winner gets $800 cash. This is the first time we're doing it. We're trying to combine a lot of things. We're trying to make it a really exciting, entertaining event so that it'll draw students who will come to it and really enjoy spending 2 hours there. We're trying to get them engaged by being able to vote for who they think the winner is, but also put this idea of entrepreneurship and starting businesses on top of it.
Now, what sort of business ideas can we expect to hear about?
I think you'll probably hear some really interesting ones, and I don't want to let the cat completely out of the bag, so I think there's some interesting things around. I'll throw a couple possibilities out there for something like wireless power.
Oh, great.
So have you ever thought about this idea that, you know, it's ridiculous that we still have to plug our phones into the wall to charge them, so maybe they can just charge by sitting here on the table without a wire.
Oh, that's great.
So I think there's going to be, that's why I think there'll be some really neat ideas, and the fact that they're very short and quick will make them entertaining.
Absolutely. Well, I can't wait to go. So back to you, Kara, in the studio, and thank you again, Jonathan. I'm Rachel Nagel for Seahawk Central News.
Thanks, Rachel. I'll be sure to check that out.
An armed man forced Wilmington's Preparatory Academy to go on lockdown Tuesday afternoon. The academy, which is located on the other side of College Road from campus, had to lock its doors around 12:15 p.m. According to Selena Robinson, an employee of the academy, the armed man was seen in the Glen apartments adjacent to the school. Police and K-9 units entered the complex through the academy's parking lot. Robinson said the lockdown lasted only about an hour and everything was back to normal quickly. StarNewsOnline.com reported that as of Tuesday night, the Wilmington Police Department was still continuing the investigation.
Thank you, Sarah. Now let's get over to Ben Tyson at the sports desk for the latest Seahawk athletic news.
Hello there, folks. I'm here at the sports desk with soccer, tennis, and the debut of Buzz Peterson with the men's basketball team season opener. The men's soccer team extended its winless streak to 7 after a 1-0 loss to Delaware on Halloween Eve. Vincent Mediate scored the only goal of the game for the Blue Hens, who scored their first victory against the Seahawks in the history of the 9-game series. Junior Sean Utterson made a valiant attempt to tie the game in the final seconds, but UD goalkeeper Brandon Paul was able to make the save. Brandon Miller had 4 saves for the Seahawks, who fell to 3-3 and 4 in conference. The loss followed another 1-0 defeat to 16th-ranked William and Mary in overtime last Wednesday, the 27th. The men play their final game of the regular season on Saturday, November 6th at George Mason. The women's soccer team closes out their regular season on Saturday, also at the Georgia State Panthers. UNCW clinches a postseason tournament berth with a win or with a tie and a loss or tie by George Mason. The team can also clinch with a loss, but the math gets fuzzy, and it's clear Coach Paul Kearney would rather his team control its own destiny with a win. The Women Hawks lost their last 2 games in shutouts to Hofstra and Northeastern to fall to 9-9 overall and 6-4 in conference play. Caitlin Hunter has kept up her excellent goal play and has an impressive 1.36 goals against average. Moving on to the UNCW women's tennis team, who swept 4 out of 5 singles flights in the UNCW Fall Invitational Tournament at the UNCW courts this past weekend. Freshman Olga Blank won 3 straight matches to take the A1 singles title. She delivered a monster smash against Coastal Carolina's Michaela Christofferson to win 5-7, 6-4, and 10-6. Christina Lee and Lindsay LeBlanc shared the hardware in the A2 singles after taking care of each side of their brackets. Newcomer Angie Sakili beat Coastal's Courtney Kowal 6-3, 6-1 in the B1 singles final, and Casey Dashel cruised to a 6-1, 6-1 triumph versus Campbell's Lourdes Ross. And I saved the best for last. The Buzz Peterson era has officially begun on the court, people. The Seahawks defeated Division II Coker 54-43 in an exhibition match on Saturday at Trask Coliseum. Sophomore Keith Rindelman led the way with 14 points and 16 rebounds. Senior Chad Tomko added 12 points in 32 minutes, while Dante Morales had 7 points and 10 rebounds of his own. The Seahawks shot 40% in the match and have not lost an exhibition match since 1998. One more note from the basketball team. Junior guard Matthew Wallace has been suspended indefinitely for violation of team rules. Well, I'm Ben Tyson at the Sports Desk saying sayonara, Seahawks. Kara, take it away.
Thanks, Ben. A joint production between the theater and music departments will bring the Broadway play Pippin to UNCW's main stage. Frank Trimble, a UNCW theater professor, will be directing Pippin. In the play, Prince Pippin seeks true happiness and fulfillment in a variety of ways, but where he actually finds the two are in home and family. Pippin runs from November 4th through 7th, and then again the 11th through the 14th in the Cultural Arts Building. The show starts at 8 p.m. Thursday through Saturday with a matinee at 2 p.m. on Sunday. Tickets are $12 for the public, $10 for UNCW employees, alumni, or senior citizens, and $5 for students. For more information, call the box office at 910-962-3500.